isi inganile kuwanjura isi ba youth ngabe mwasembere na shokochi presenting fefe nga basolole sikulini youth center muna musabrijoni munota abe president ngabe kwamusabiri kulini ilishwa liye musibira lino lyesi bawereho bana aba weke bano bana bezu president akusupporting through the local leadership hufune ekali humi ekali humicho hufune kesi kutakura factory tefet no tetsingo ho nisi kutakura engineering works tefwe then lishwa lili ndikura ho youth center ino hubeho a conference center ndiga sikulini meetings nga ba youth hubenga huhayaringa that multipurpose hall kufune income supporting structures zeba sololi ngabere mwasi akanire na shokene kushongeleho ku issues sesi kutaka president kane ahu supporting kubeni center of excellence iye ba sololi mu Bugisu nenga mbale sitani ya hostinga revenue wa mamo a supporting activities teba sololi then who center of excellence hubehoni sheskolanga huri innovation hub who training abasololi befebe yasi skill digital skills because sibari shase sekola sirene siyuga sibalari siri digital president alku promoting skilling through the industrial hubs ba youth befe bano abali kufunana skills banyalisane who promoting ni who marketing ebintu byabwe kunani ku digital platforms so center of excellence nayo hube ni component ya digital skilling then hube ni youth friendly services basololi kwakana nila waen assuming council had a meeting bale babere hali waen sikubani kama pesa kanira ka kombwesa chikotero ho mahoro hube ni meeting zita so ishesho nisheshamba sesindi shesi nabere ni nasho shesi nakanire hu president gesi muri musipeho ibyambaso singa mufikirisa nasho kushongereho center of excellence which will have one and a state of art auditorium number 2 an innovation hub to also induce what we call business process outsourcing ili program isi kunyira kwa initiating nga kama nambaka kandi ke hubona huhendesa youth unemployment where youth can work for other companies in other countries but while here using the internet. Then hube ni sports complex because it is only healthy people that can contribute to economic growth. Hube ni sports complex, hube ni chiminyao basketball, hube ni football, volleyball and all that. Then finally bayouth bana bari kwama ina iruhonje abafura bo kalisa bari ni kama pesa kata hukombwesa rentinga tinzu bari who showcasing their products tawe. So we could also have a showroom at the center of excellence for the youth to sell their products for the skills they have attained from the yes. Hubehoni wingi iya showcasing every befenga showroom. Then finally kusema president for industrial presidential industrial hubs ne ba youth befe bes kusindikire yo so far aba malira kusoma sibalini startup kids ta kusaba president nzakana hani ni manager wa Bugisu industrial hub kukompiling so far baba na ba malira hala kukolas those who have graduated kusabe president abana abo bafune startup kids niyengeli yongene sikutsakuba hore who achieving his efforts then alundu the numbers zesi bahuwa if it nabi ngambale sita we cannot send only no mbale sita per district is supposed to be how many Sate for no, iye inambe fitina. So ngambale site kusaba hura, at least bahuwe 100 slots.
And most people felt bad. Why? The assistant RDC is at least I'm sure we have around 10 from Bugisu. We have our sister who heads Mbale City. Yeah, Yasumin. Comes from where?
Bugisu.
You have me. You have 2 people who heads the hub. They are deployed by the president. However, what we could now say, according to what you present, is Your Excellency wade wa huwa ne wa husera manyoba bihumarata ne holombo holeshi. But it's okay, you'll react. But if we just say, Your Excellency, it is there is something we are trying to do. I'm just guiding. The best way we shall present, we appreciate. Because really, others are empowered. But now when we are in a meeting, no, I'm reflecting on the previous meeting, not this one. When we are in a meeting of youth, because a youth has brought the symposium, I loved, because I'm deployed, I also want another person to be deployed. But when you sit in a meeting and you say, I also lose the morale. That is a fact. So the issue of placement, we see how we place it in front of the president. On the issue, I think something I noted was scholarships. This time around, His Excellency personally gives out scholarships. For sciences, bachelors because they don't have money. PhD, masters, but because there is no money to take them. The issue of scholarships, that one I'm 100%, and honorable, this one we need to present it even before. If we can put 30 people, 10 PhD, 10 masters, 10 bachelors, that one is understandable. We are adding skill, knowledge on the others. I think that one is understandable. On another issue, there is an organization, there is a structure. Because they wrote a report, they wrote a letter and circulated. And honorable, I had to answer those issues. The ghetto people distance themselves from the youth of Bugisu. I think I made a comment where others were annoyed. I want to apologize and repeat it. I'm apologizing, but I'm not withdrawing. I'm just repeating it. Chairman Sobugandi Yaya Mouse. The ghetto is only in Mbale City. Unless you want to misguide us, that there is a ghetto in Mbale district where I come from. There is a ghetto in Sironko. If you tell me there is 700 people in Sironko for ghetto, you tell me there is 1,000 people in Bududa for ghetto, there is 1,500 in Bulambuli, there is 2,000 in Manaf and in Amisindwa. Youth leaders, let's get serious. The ghetto is only here. Namatala, Doko, Namakwekwe. The remaining areas, they are homesteads. So you're now trying to divert the agenda of you youth leaders because we need empowerment. But when I checked into the list, it was having around 9,000 people in ghetto. But remember, before His Excellency funding these circles of ghetto, he does a due diligence.
Yeah.
People comes on the ground. Now remember youth leaders, they are tarnishing your name, they will not be part of the symposium. Because I told them, you the ghetto people, you belong to the youth structures of Bugisu. They made another report and sent to State House. My phone has a message from the PPS saying, what is the problem between you and the ghetto? I responded like that. So I want us to do this because they are making reports and the more reports Mzee will not attend.
If you have youth mobilizers, you go ground. You go mobilizing abana. You go mobilizing omuntu wa murere. Rotabula kugeta bamwe meswara ho kabarashini. Protokoli. Umuntu swamesere busamaga abe no dano abe yena. Ola marashina onderere. Webekele kuna ugeti inza ya mulilo. So mukosa denge mbela yo. Abana mamuru kukola ngabantu bose. Abenjirena. Igeti. Issue ite kusoka ni yakabale. Issues za opportunities nga zabele kubasoroti. Chris itimu yagenda bana eliye basoroti. Ne kulini babelanga bari ba elders be buna be Bugisu. Ori bawero musoro opportunity arno yambela yena. Ebintu byabo bawaje musodada ba radisi. Bamula arno yambela yena. Fukuli kwa kumanya tawe. Mr. Kachemetu you are much aware. Bamurusa. So by elders bo ubegeni lezanabi. bageza okutegeerera tawe. Yes. Opportunity ye bana ye basolo. Opportunity chine nga yetse ya appointment singa makamoka yako. Wara sisi, wara DC. Tofenge Bugisu. Family lisiwira nali. Kristo amaro kashika nyako tawe ne chikutsina nali. Ifefe kwa rwanirire na rem. Ne kutambanisa kwikala. Ekulikonisa kwikala tawe na kurwanira nanu. Museveni wetsa kwefuna tsinkubo bakupatia gasi. Esaba kupatia gasi ndikagala Museveni banu they attacked me. I almost lost my life. Mwabone? Mukonsideringa tawe. Balebe Mbale University. Abantu bafuna kulesa akalikere. Bakolole key points ezo kusaba president. Basolo oli kuli yako asoma. Kwa kama senior 6 ukana kuyongera hebuna iburangisa. Ekulobinge Mbale University ekole shinda. Yitsi nga yetsire umuntu atsasoma afuna kumuna. Baba akufuna kumulimo nengo wasomele. Shiba kone shikora shinda. Shikura. Obanga omundu mu bisinga esasi yatawe. Balabe cooperative yetsire. Kulikuti ulida nana Mr. Kachemeti. Wamola muri bayuth. Bakorere cooperative yawe. Ne bayuth nyewe na bale. Eli ya bayuth. Ayo aware of the cooperative. Arifuna kulekala nana. Ate kuli banana. Aribeta na bakulange. Ikakuta kutoka kumubili. Bandi basema kola shit. Ba benefiting. Cheka bishina. Ya Kachemeti ngani kumaliriza hizi. Bale ngani kumaliriza hizi. Issue ya UCMP. Issue ya UCMP. Abe kwa akola kuriya na kwa ngasamba kana kuriya. Mbawe zo kuta kukolanga nano nga UCMP ashikola shina. Mubula yi ni mububi barwade kubi kuba kuna. Ubwo ni kwese kwaronda. So kakuma opointi nga yelide na ya hakola shina. Ne amanyari abakonisa akola shina. Akama imo kutilekele bana. Basolo libe Bugisu babende bekane yako ni bibyawe mwanyana na.
Mwami Ayubu yagambye mbasaba kintu eki bannange mubeere bantu bakakkamu muwulirize bakulembeze bammwe omwana oyo olw'omutima omulungi gwe yasobodde obaleetera ki ekintu kino naye kiba kibi nnyo bw'oba osobola okuwulira nti wali ate abakola ki abaagala omulwana nga bagamba balwana asobole okufiiringa. But at least I trust him. I know where he has come from and I see where he is now. Mutrustinga mbyakola era buli mulaba asubira nti agenda mulwanyisa mu butuufu olabye kuba mukama ali wamu naye omanyi Katonda bw'ataba naawe ffe bazze batulwana entalo naye tusigala tusurviving omuntu akola ku TV nagamba olwo gwe nalemesa we are there they fight you because they don't want you to get exposed but the Lord asigala yakola ki buli wootya Katonda omwana oyo Chris atya Katonda gwasoosa nga bwe mumanyi ebiseera ebisinga obungi ayagaza omwana oyo ayagaza nakusanga nagamba mukulu wange kakati abavubuka mbaleetedde kino naye tukole ki wano nga nnina obuzibu ki nvaisi tukoze tu.
When you look at our demographic, most of these youth leaders, they are voted when they are about to reach 30. Now you realize that all the interventions that is meant to support these youth leaders and the general youth does not benefit them. Now, when you look at a youth leader, maybe national council or party, when they go back to their villages, people think they are outside the PDM bracket. So they don't benefit from that. Yet interventions for youth like Youth Livelihood Program, they also don't benefit. Now, for me, the solution that I posed before the president is the Juakali Fund. That when these youth are skilled, say for example in welding, tailoring, construction, carpentry or catering, you give them tools of trade, machines, and also you give them equipment and materials to use so that they can start their own workshops. When they do that, they will produce products and then people will buy and they will earn money and also train others and employ others. It is not true that I am not on ground. I represent the entire eastern region, entire Busoga, entire Bukedi, entire Bugisu, entire Karamoja, entire Teso, entire Sebei. Now, I was voted to make representation and lobby in Kampala. If I am not present in Kampala, where I'm supposed to represent the views of the young people during budget, during legislation, that would be an issue. But now, you cannot come back every time when you don't have anything to present. We are now back because we've just passed the budget and we've come back to prepare our youth that these are the interventions government has put for you in our budget. So prepare. For example, we pushed in this very parliament with colleagues, youth MPs, and parliament amended the PPDA Act. And right now in our laws, there's provision that a youth, women and PWDs can bid without paying for bid security, without paying the bid fees. These things have been frustrating the youth. Now, when we have done that, it is now opportunity for us to come and speak to them so that they can benefit from that. So it is not, a leader is not voted to come and stay where he was voted from, but you are voted and sent to that place where you're supposed to go and then present the views and then lobby. We have now lobbied. We are coming with the president here on 12th of next month. That is service, and for which I was voted. The issues that the president should address, for example, as it comes to Bugisu sub-region. One, we all know that the issue of unemployment is everywhere. But how do we handle the issue of unemployment? Skill the youth. We have the presidential skilling area there. Is it enough? It is not enough. We expect the president to address the youth on how do we scale up on the number of youth who are trained or skilled. We expect the president to address the youth on the issue of startup capital, that when you've trained the youth, you should give them tools of trade, that the knowledge they acquired is now put into use. We also expect the president to address the youth of Bugisu on the issues of climate change. Bugisu has been very vulnerable on the issues of climate change. We've seen people dying because of floods, because of landslides, so we expect the president to address on the measures that should be taken, especially by youth who are more so affected by this in this area. And also other things is trade. I mean tourism. Bugisu is an area blessed with so many tourist attractions. So we expect the president to address the youth on how to harness this potential of tourism, agriculture, service, and production of goods, so that they can enter the real money economy with the chivalo, with the mathematics, with the chura.
My name is called Sam Rondi. I'm the chairman NRM Youth League Bali State Council. I want to first of all take this opportunity to thank the younger people of Masabaland for the opportunity they have had that they are going to host the President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda. We've been here in the meeting, organizing, planning on how best we can have the young people united for the cause that has been a very pertinent issue, because for the long time now, the young people in Bugisu haven't had the opportunity to interact with the president. So apparently we've been raising issues about land, which we have seen as a very pertinent issue. The young people don't have land in Masabaland, and we all agree that land is a prime factor of production. That's why we highlighted and we brought in the issue of Semei Kakunguru land, which the people in Masabaland have not been able to access land titles on that land because there are historical injustices that the colonial government did by awarding a certificate of title to the late Semei Kakunguru. And apparently, even personally, me as a person, I have tried several times to have a land title in my land. I'm a Kibanja holder, but there is no way I can access a title or process a title for my Kibanja. In the year 2020, we hosted the Minister for ICT, that is Honorable Chris Bariomosi. He came and talked to the people of Kakunguru and the Bamasab who are residing on that land, that government had appropriated a budget of close to a tune of 70 billion to have Kakunguru estate runners or operators be compensated so that they can process titles for the Bibanja owners. The land goes up to, it's approximately over 2,000 acres of land that the colonial government gave to Semei Kakunguru. And that land stretches from Mbale city up to the border with the Soronko district and Bukedea. So it's a huge piece of land. People cannot have meaningful engagement, even production. Because production, the primary factor or the prime factor of production is land. So without land, the young people in Masavaland cannot have meaningful production. They cannot produce even services, some of which include agriculture, producing food to feed the country. So you discover that the land issue in Mbale city, let's say Bugisu as a region, there is a lot of pressure on land. That's why we call upon the president as is coming in the region. We want it to be given big priority so that these people can be compensated, so that the Bamasava can own this land and be able to utilize it to the development of the country.
Manya nedobozi nze Bugisu nga yenze chairperson owabavubuka owa NRM Mbale City. Tuva mu meeting eyabavubuka mu Mbale City nga twetekeratekera His Excellency eyatuwa olunaku nga 12 omwezi ogujja ku Youth Symposium. Zobwange mutono nnyo gwa kumobilizinga bayu okulaba nti no bajja muzeeyi abeereko nakyatukolera ng'abavubuka. Guno omukisa tekubangawo era guno omukisa nkubiriza buli muvubuka ali eyo ajje agwetanire. Ebintu bye tusuubira okutuusa eri omukulembeze tulina cooperative, Bugisu cooperative. Ngeno cooperative erimu districts zonna ez'Obugisu era nga mwetwewola akasimbi akakulankulanya abavubuka abali mu agriculture, abavubuka abakola ebya carpentry, abavubuka bana business wano mu city, abavubuka abalimi bona. So tukubiriza His Excellency wabazze wano ateekeyo obuyambi mu cooperative yaffe abavubuka beeyongere nga bakulankulana. Then ensonga ey'okubiri waliwo presidential pledge nga president we yajja wano during campaign natuga nti no kasita ayita immediately like this abavubuka abamisinga ku luli asobola nabo okubawayo ka seed capital aka miliyoni 5. So tumukubiriza pledge eyo naye akole ki agifulfilling. Ne tubeerayo n'abavubuka abamu president yeebale nnyo yatuwa hub eyo erimu abavubuka abayiga ebyemikono naye bafuluma tebabeera na kits kwe batandikira, tebabeera na support kwe batandikira. Abamu bafundikira mu Mbale Central Market ne batandika bakozesa nga bayambi. So omwana wa veri nga alina skill n'omugulira ebyalaani n'obagulira hair dry ebyo ebintu ebikola engaato naye bajja mu Mbale Central Market. Ate ffe tulirake wano mu Bugisu region tulina Central Market katale kanene nnyo His Excellency yakatuzimbira. Bwe babazeeyo mu katale kibayambako we bajja n'ebintu ebyo okutandika obulamu obupya. So tumwebaza olwa hub ey'olukonje era ne tumwebaza appointment tonotono zagenze ng'awaako abavubuka abamu naye tumukubiriza nti ffe abavubuka abamu mu city abalina ekinyusi abatanakufuna president atuyambe naffe atuengagingeko. Tuli bakadas tuluddewo nga tumumobilizingira NRM naffe atufixingeko atuweko at least emirimu. Tusomye abamu tulina obuyigirivu naye tunoonyeza emirimu tetulina. So n'olwekyo president atujjukire kamwa kwogera ngaffe abavubuka b'NRM tumumobilizinze for the last 10 years nga tuli mu bukulembeze naye bwe tutambula wano tuswala abamu batusanga ne batugamba gwe nsuubuzi obaddeyo chairperson w'NRM naye ofunye enki. So tumwebaza n'otuwa olunaku luno tulabira ddala nga kirooto kyetubadde tutasuubira nti nasobola otuwa olunaku luno. Tulina abavubuka abamu nga from very poor family naye nga bayigirivu nga balina amagezi mangi nga basoma paka senior 6 ne bafuna marks ennungi mu sciences naye tebalina sente za university. Nabo twagala scholarships ezo president abe nti nakwatako ku bantu abafaanagana bwe. So nze ng'omukulembeze nga chairperson w'NRM mu Mbale City nkubiriza president nti ensonga za city oba mu Bugisu region entonotono ezo zengezezaako ng'amenyamenya zayinza okupuleyinga impact nene nnyo kasita aba nti nazifulfirinze era mukakasa nti ajja kuba atuyambyeko okulaba nti no mobilization gye tubadde tukolera all along nti egonda naye tumwebaza okubeera omwetowaze tumwebaza olw'olunaku lwe yatuwadde olwa Youth Symposium. Mwebale nnyo mwebale.
Nze ndi Azida Nafe nga Female Affairs wa Industrial City Division ng'abavubuka tutwala okusiima kwaffe eri ONC nga chairperson Buyela Chris ne ttiimu ye nti bebale nnyo okupledginga ne bebale nnyo okukkirizibwa omukulembeze abenga agenda kubeera ne ba youth aba Mbale City ne Bugisu yonna yonna era nga ba youth be Bugisu twesunze nnyo mu president nga ba youth be mwesunze nnyo ate nga basanyufu nnyo okuba nti bagenda kuweebwa omukisa guno kubanga babayamu ne president babenga bamugamba ebizibu byabwe ebibaluma kati nga ba youth be Bugisu badde bali kusaba ettaka ng'ettaka lino ligenda kubeerako activities nyingi nga ba youth banashowcasinga ebintu byabwe bye bakola esenta gye batuukira nga youth avudde Budda avudde Sironko nga asobola okujja naaba nga alina watuukira naaba nga alina kyasobola otundayo mu eyo hub ng'eyo hub egenda kuba ekunganya ba youth bonna abeebugisu so nga ba youth beesunze omukulembeze okuba nga bayawamu naye ate nno symposium eno ewelokaminga ba youth bonna oba oli wa NRM oba oli wa NUP oba oli wa FDC mube nga tubeerawo mu bungi tube nga ba-addressing ensonga zaabwe kuba ebizibu tulina byanjawulo okuba nti tuli fena tuli ba Bugisu naye nga Bugisu tuviira mu Bugisu patisiga za njawulo ng'ate ebizibu byaffe tebifaanana ogenda kusanga nti abagisu b'e Budda ebizibu byabwe birala nnyo n'abambale city naddala nga mu city awali aba ghetto youth so ebizibu byanjawulo ab'Esironko nabo ebizibu byabwe byanjawulo so ng'aba youth they are so excited towards meeting the president babe nga ba-addressing ensonga zaabwe.
Muzeeyi yawasuubizayo miliyoni 5 naddala abaali ku kisanja ekiwedde gwe ng'omu wafuna ssente ezo?
Nze nga youth leader sifunangako ssente ezo era nga naffe twandibadde basanyufu nnyo okuba nga eyo pledge nga president agituukiriza kubanga tuligenda out of this leadership kandibadde akasiimo akabo ba youth leaders ababadde mu bukulembeze buno kuba tetulina salary tuturecevinga salary so as a youth leader would really appreciate the president wabanga fulfillinze your pledge eya 5 million ebenga omuntu agitwala nga akasiimo abenko kyatandikibwako ng'avudde mu buno obukulembeze.
Amanya gange nze Mauso Brian ate nga nze ssentebe w'abavubuka w'ekibuga kino tuli basanyufu nnyo okwaniriza president nga 12 next month. Ensonga zaffe za nkulaakulana, ensonga zaffe za wealth creation, ensonga zaffe za kulaba nti omuvubuka waffe owa wansi akoze atya okuganulwa. So twagenda ne twekolamu omulimu netukola cooperative. Eno cooperative eri multi purpose. Cooperative eno mwetugenda okuyitira okulaba nti tusakira abavubuka baffe from the president. Tuli mu kutunuulira ebintu ebisobola oku-empoweringa omuvubuka owa wansi era ffe nga Mbale City tutunuulidde projects nga tutunuulidde project y'enkoko nga twagala muzeeyi atusupporting ne hatchery n'ekyuma ekikola feeds then twagala tumusabe n'ekyuma ekikuba blocks kubanga twagala abavubuka baffe babeere active mu construction works. Ate tusabe ne bateknikoozi bonna aba district agali mu Bugisu okubeera nga bawa abavubuka baffe tenders zino kubanga PPDA Act eya muzeeyi gye yasayininzeeko ewa 10% local content abavubuka baffe okubeera nga batekinga these local tenders. Then tuli mu kusaba muzeeyi atwongereko numbers ez'abavubuka abagenda industrial hub ey'Oluhonge ate nitweyongera okumusaba nti bano abamala dde okubeera trained bafune omukisa okufuna startup kits. Ezo ze ndowooza zaffe zetwagala okutunza His Excellency. Ekisemberayo ddala tumusaba nti abavuka baffe abasomye bakadas ababadde tried and tested nabo basobole okufuna employment.
Center iskilinga abana binani iskilinga babana ku bintu byekuwa kama kisinga welding, building, bricklaying, hairdressing nibiramire kwekuba abana bali willing babana bakana nerukonje slot sibayirange kenabi ishindu shishira heshinga His Excellency babana bafumbuka ba Bugisu bawagire nabingutse kubona in fact mukarunga hole district ngama afwana misindwa bududa mbale ubonere rero president asikoringa hayire haru shamininga shiro atenga bafumbuka niyo bali percentage ngali mu Uganda mu shamininga shiro bafumbuka ba Bugisu sub region bakana His Excellency bamwagire bisanje bino byositsana ne baroma bari slot siteki mirimu mu Bugisu sub region bafumbuka bano wadi biwanye yo bawagira na His Excellency the slot singa toletse ekimirimu to His Excellency na babasiremo nga babandu bewe bababena elibanga likali abona slot ekimirimu nga bwitire bwa RDC bona assistant RDC deputy RDC mu electoral commission ni mu state muweni abona la empowering ko bafumuka na babugisu sub region yes izasifuna rwandulu zaidi ngupilisa babandu mwite mu bukali bafuka bagusabwe mwite mu bukali kwakanire His Excellency ngarukwita kugusomesa bye buyindifu mindset ngate arukwita kubonari ubadina yatwera ngani ni kubatsa kanaye na yakwita kubonari ubadina yatwera bwe burayi bwe kukuraka